Well, I've been sitting here on this dock by the bay, watching my blue skies turn to gray. Didn't know if I should run or stay. So I pulled up Mike's weather page, 'cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Well, I admit that I had one or a few, 'cause I was down and I was feeling blue. But then I clicked on Mike's fan page. I saw all my friends, now I'm okay. 'Cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. We all know Mike's a real fun guy. He'll track the storms as they blow by. But when the drunk donkey comes out to play, Miss Julie, take his phone away. 'Cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Well, there's Louie and Hunter too, no telling what they're gonna do. You know he's got more than 1 million fans. Yeah, 'cause now Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Good morning. All right, what's cooking? Why's my thing all crooked there? How's everybody doing? Happy New Year! How's it going? 2023. What is up with that? Where in the heck did the year go? I already messed up today when I was doing our the posts that I do, or the when I set up all the software to go live. I put 2022. It's like when you used to write, well, I still write checks. It'll be a long time before I remember how to put 23 behind the year now. So, yeah, it's always kind of blah for me, you know, the holidays, man. We do so much for Christmas time, and now it's like over. It's like, I feel like Narcos, the movie, right? When he's sitting on the bench and kind of just staring off to space, or maybe Forrest Gump when Forrest puts a little Forrest on the bus and he's just sitting there, he doesn't know what to do. Because I feel like a big kid. I get all sad when the holidays are over. I don't know about you guys, but and then all my neighbors race to get their lights down, and I'm like, oh my God, now I have to do that too. So I'm gonna be doing that here in a little bit. Golly, I don't want to, but I have to. Good morning, Miss Shelley Ross. Happy New Year. We made it another year. What's up, Eric? I watched some of your car show video, man. It looked great. I love your the flag there on the green machine. Loretta Reed, good morning. Happy New Year. Mexico is still beautiful. Okay, Donna. I'm sure it is. Luann, just write them out. I could do that. One time I wrote a bunch of checks out of an account like 10, 15 years ago, and it was the wrong checkbook. And we were somewhere in Daytona on vacation, and I realized I started getting messages, emails, bouncing checks, and it was the biggest nightmare ever. I'm like, oh my God. I think we were at a IHOP or something, and I was like, oh, I'm in trouble because we're in Daytona, way away from the bank. And I'm like, how am I going to fix this? I don't even know what to do. Back then, it was before online banking. It's like, oh man, I got like 15 checks out there and they're all going to bounce. It was a bad day. It was a bad day, Louie. But anyway, so yeah, we got some parades coming up. Katie Haley, yep, I saw you had some nice pictures from your neck of the woods up there. Let's put up a nice little graphic here, my favorite picture of all time. This is our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits here in great state of Florida. Back to palm trees and blue skies and American flags. I'll be heading over that way doing a little chit-chat with them, doing one of my little hurricane presentations I'm pretty excited about. I added some new slides to, maybe I'll tease them with y'all here in a little bit. I added some new slides to my presentation, including Ian and Nicole. So I'm modernizing my little presentation that I do. And I did bid posts and videos. I got a 30-minute video. My goal is a 30-minute video of the Ian chase. I put 2 teasers out over the weekend. One at the Dollar General and one where was I? It was one was the Dollar General. The other one, I don't even remember where it was at. But anyway, got some pretty good footage. I did a lot of audio. Outside of the webcam, so I'm having to merge some of the audio over to the webcam because the webcam video is static. So it's coming along pretty good. Pretty excited about sharing it. Not excited for what it shows because a lot of folks obviously don't want to see it. But as far as the old Storm Chaser goes, it was probably my best video yet. So anyway, good morning, Miss Patty. Good morning, Alexis. In England, we got good friends over there in England. We got Fran and Mark. They pop in time to time. Yeah, what's up? Ruth says it's foggy. What is up with this fog? Dave from Iowa. We were in Iowa with the not too long ago. OSR had me up there for a convention. It was really good. Michelle says she loves you. Hunter's doing a lot better. He, God, I don't know. I don't want to have to do that surgery with his nose. He snorts so bad. But he's doing good. It's just scary watching him breathe sometimes. This Louis was blessed with a good passageway. Some of these little dogs with the little noses have a hard time breathing. But anyway, all right. So we got big storms coming. Let's talk about that. Big storms coming. Oh, yeah, Shelly Ross. You know, I heard that. I saw somebody was posting that on Eric Burris's page on Twitter. They were asking where the foghorns were coming from. Good answer. He said he was checking into it. It's coming from the big ships. Man, it came in last night. We were eating at Tampa Bay Brewing Company. Has anybody ever been to Tampa Bay Brewing Company here, right by my house, TBBC? And that sea fog, well, actually my mom had a little scary, she's doing fine, but we were at Tarpon Springs in the later afternoon and that sea fog was rolling in, man. It is so classic living here in West Central Florida watching that sea fog roll in. But eating dinner last night, it rolled in, and it was really wild because temperature dropped, obviously, feels like, because of the, kind of like moisture. But you could see the fog, and it was real pretty because they have the Christmas lights and the palm trees. And it was so thick that literally 50 feet away, you could almost see the fog. It was getting hard to see 50 feet away at the restaurant, but the lights were nice, so that was pretty good. Had me a good old calzone. So Jeffrey, counting down the cruise. I love it. Lori Rye, good morning from the Bermuda. I know where you are. Yeah, the cruise, man. I am so excited. Talking to Phil last night about it. Shelly and Miss Kim Shipley are putting together a lot of it. Shelly did it all on her own last year, so I'm really happy that Miss Kim Shipley is a part of it now. Shelly can enjoy a little bit more of the cruise. We got some planned stuff, and we're even doing some unofficial stuff. The girls told me I'm in charge of the unofficial stuff. We're going to have a chat board, a message board, and I might just post about 10 o'clock at night. Hey, we're heading to the nightclub. We'll see who the diehards are. I plan on going out on a boat Friday. I think I told everybody, right? I had 4 buddies of mine lined up. Every single one of them made an excuse. I'm like, Hank Williams Jr., all my rowdy friends have settled down. Like, what is up with that? I got to call them out. Sean, Eric, Joe, and Phil. Supposed to have been 5 of us on the bay. Little New Year's present. I told them it was my treat. We were going to go bounce around Hula Bay, Salt Shack, get away, have some early lunch, and every single one of them. So at least when we have a cruise of 100 people, I might get lucky and have one person meet me at the nightclub. I'm hoping so. All right, here's the scoop. Let's talk weather. Georgia game. Oh, my God. How about the Bucks? The Bucks actually look good, man. They put the ball back in Brady's hands. When they try to run up the middle, ain't going to happen. That never happened. First play of the first play of the year, they try to run up the middle. It hasn't worked. They tried it yesterday. It doesn't work. So they ain't running up the middle. What's up, Mr. Richard Reamer? Mr. Scott? How's it going? Bruno, appreciate it. Hit the likes. Getting ready for next year. That's right, pineapple drinks. You just don't wear a pineapple shirt. I guess they have a weird meeting. Well, maybe on a cruise it's okay. Maybe what happens on the Royal stays on the Royal. All right, so here's the weather. So we do have some serious weather today. We got a big cold front line. I put this radar up right now because it's very deceiving. It's amazing how once these frontal lines, it's like clockwork. Spring style storms happening early. It has been a little odd this year. Typical of La Nina, sometimes brings stormier weather to the south and a little warmer to the south. Bumps that snow line a little higher to the north. But we're seeing this big dip in the jet stream. It's so common. We get this big dip in the jet. Once it starts funneling in this warm, moist Gulf air, and we get this instability, basically, that's what happens. It's so easy to understand the more you start to see it. The science behind this is no one really ever knows if it's ever going to reach the surface, and create those EF2 pluses or not. There's been times that we've had we've had outlooks sometimes in the past where we've been red and even purple. Even in Florida here, we've had a couple busted forecasts. So even though all the conditions are right, man, you just don't know. And that's why it's the difference with hurricanes is like, a 920, 930 millibar hurricane is going to create problems. You know that. Problem with tornadoes is you don't know if they were actually going to happen or not. So it's a very frustrating forecast because the conditions are there. Sometimes you just don't know. A couple weeks ago we had one. The winds were a little bit more horizontal. We didn't really have that true dip in the jet, and it really wasn't a big outbreak. But anyway, we do have this showing up for today. Usually when there's a hatched area, this is for today. Usually when they have this hatched area, there's high confidence we could see an EF2 or plus. That means that's where everything converges, and timing of the day, afternoon into tonight. Could be nocturnal tornadoes tonight, unfortunately, as this system moves to the east. So nocturnal tornadoes are definitely possible tonight into Tuesday. Anybody in this brown area basically is going to be under a tornado watch today. So that extends north of Kentucky or north of Tennessee, north of Arkansas, down almost to the coast. Not so much the coast. It takes a little bit of time for this air to get destabilized. But there you go. That's today. And then tomorrow, we do have another hatched area tomorrow. So last week, remember we were talking about these long-range forecasts. We do have that orange. If you remember Friday, we were talking about it. Probably going to have an orange area. So this is a little bit more closer to the coast. We have a lot more people watching down in lower, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida. So we do have a hatched area tomorrow. That's a little bit more east than normal. Again, so we're getting this strong line of storms extending to tomorrow, Tuesday. to watch out for. So it's very important to pay attention to the weather in the next 2 days. Going into Wednesday, we actually even now have a green area. This is a marginal threat for Wednesday. So we can still see some energy from Florida all the way up to the Carolinas. And we'll see if they up any color of that. They are talking about a couple tornadoes. Perhaps a couple tornadoes Wednesday afternoon, early evening. So this is a 3-day event that hasn't even started yet. So this is Wednesday. And that extends into Florida a little bit more, into Georgia and Carolina. So there you go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, there is a cool front behind it. And guess what? By the weekend, I posted this too. Check this out. Friday night. Open this up into a new tab. Look at that. This is for Friday night, Saturday morning. So there you go. So we do have cold air. It might make its way down in Miami. You might get 59 degrees. This is Saturday morning. But we will see 30s across the Panhandle. And 40s dipping down into Florida. Probably past Tampa Bay. So this is Friday night. So there is cool air coming. A lot of freezing temperatures in the Carolinas this weekend coming up. And 30s all the way through Georgia and Mississippi. So there is cold air on the way. Stay aware if you're an avocado. Katie, there should be... everybody thinks those graphics look like avocados. Because I guess they do. Avocado. Come on. There's something's got to rhyme with... You know what I know? Avocado. Let's see. You need to know. Here we go. Here you go. You need to weather know. No weather. Weather no. Weather no avocado. I don't know. Sunny, snow, and the Smokies looking very slim. I'm so sorry to say. Brian, how you doing, man? What's up, Mr. Rail Fan? Tabletop Greek. Terry Murphy, Happy New Year, Coneheads. Yay. there's your avocado. You ain't kidding me. It is an avocado. What's up with that green, yellow one? Yeah, Eric, that's why we got this fog, man. This fog is unbelievable. This is pretty much everybody had fog this morning. Thick fog. That's just the ground's warming up, man. Sea fog. So we got a little cool weather underway. Nothing crazy. Nothing too cold. Let's look at timing here. What's up, Julie? Happy New Year. All right, let's take a look at timing here and take a look at what we're going to look at for these storms. Because it's going to be an interesting day. They're talking about EF2 pluses. I know all the big-time storm chasers are getting ready to start covering it. All right, so let's take a look at the timing today. All right, we're going to start to see all this moisture flowing up throughout the day today. It looks like they're going to start here in Texas maybe early afternoon. So there's eastern Texas up to Arkansas and Louisiana. So it's going to start this afternoon. These are all supercell potentials that are just going to be watched. Yeah, every one of these little bubbles. This is 3, 4, 5 p.m. tonight. There's going to be a secondary line forming overnight. This is around midnight. So unfortunately, nocturnal storms here through Arkansas, down maybe into some of Louisiana tonight. There's our line setting up overnight. This is midnight tonight. There's your line. There's your line. They've been talking about a double line set up. So we could have a second round overnight tonight into Texas again. And there it is. Pretty healthy looking squall line. So by tomorrow morning, there you go. It's going to look like that. You know, classic strong squall line. This is tomorrow morning. Heavy rains all the way north of Tennessee there, all the way down to Houston tomorrow morning. Going to see storms popping out ahead of this line. This is what always There's two places to look, but obviously, you know, out ahead of it, we're going to be watching in Louisiana tomorrow morning. There it is, popping daytime heating, afternoon tomorrow. So New Orleans again, another. You guys have had a lot of severe weather this winter in New Orleans, lower Louisiana. So here's tomorrow afternoon. There you go, line setting up. There's all this big old mess of juice all the way into Florida tomorrow night. Man, so I mean, you just get the idea what's happening here. And then we get into Wednesday. We really don't go that far yet. But look, here's Wednesday, 7 a.m. So there's your third day of storms setting up. Pretty nasty, right? Anytime you got all this warmth out there and you got this warm Gulf of Mexico, it's going to fuel these storms a little bit more than normal. Even though we had these cold fronts. Remember last week I wanted to see, it did cool down a little bit. Not much though. Here's your weather or water anomalies. We had that big cold front. We're still a little bit above normal down there in the Gulf. About a degree or two above in the Gulf. So that'll help fuel. And the water temps, believe it or not, are still warm. Look at the Bay News 9 map here. Check it out. Still upper 70s, 81 down there by the Yucatan, 80 off of Key West, 66 by Clearwater Beach though. These shelf waters, they cool off quicker because they're shallower, so they're affected more by the cold snaps than the deeper waters are. But look at these, man, 65. I don't think anybody be swimming in Clearwater Beach. Actually, Emily, wasn't there like a national polar plunge or something this weekend? Well, she jumped in Clearwater Beach. She said it was cold. So, yeah. Make sure you're in the know when you're in the avocado. Who came up with that? Katie Haley. All right. Well, you win a avocado dinner. Is that what guacamole? Is guacamole made from avocado? What do they make guacamole from? Sarah's a big guacamole nut now. She loves guacamole. Guacamole. You need to know when you see the avocado. I love it, Cliff. Need to know. You need to know. I had the word right. I just didn't know how to place it. I think my mind's still digesting the fact that I got to back the Mustang out and start cleaning up Christmas. I don't even know where I'm going to start. Ugh. Anyway. All right, so let's go back here. Nothing else really cooking. 3 days of storms ahead. Looking at the actual cold front coming down, let's go to Tropical Tidbits. So on Thursday, we talked about snow. There's really very little chances of snow, unfortunately. Maybe a little bit in the mountains Thursday into Friday. Your best chance for snow still is Friday morning in the Smokies. And so there's going to be some light rain. This is Thursday. There's our frontal line. This is our front coming down. So we know there's going to be storms, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. As far as down here, though, I'm not really looking at storms. It's just going to be light rain as the front passes through. This is Thursday. So there's going to be a chance of rain Thursday across the peninsula. Light rain, but enough, And then Friday, it's gone. Look at the weekend. So the good news is there's Saturday morning. Pretty much everybody looks good on Saturday morning. Not a lot of wintry weather predicted in the next week. Here's Saturday morning, Saturday. Going into Sunday, there's another little pop here showing up. Could be another little frontal thing that pops up briefly. Nothing that's really shown consistent. So the weekend so far looks pretty good. We'd like to look long range. Here's the Thursday rains going through Florida with that cold front. Friday is looking really good. Here's Saturday, very little anything. There is a little low pressure popping in the more maybe middle part of the U.S. over the weekend, but nothing solid. There's really no solid weather showing up past this one for a while. So that's it. That's what we got to talk about this week. Nothing really past this little frontal line. Here's Thursday rains across the Florida Peninsula. And then over the weekend, there's a little juice here over the weekend. might be popping up for some folks in central U.S. Maybe a little front, but not seeing much. So there's, things are kind of quiet right now. That's good. We're going to worry about the next 2 days, though. There's definitely a lot of unfortunate. Let's look at the HRR here. Let's look at some of these areas now today. They're going to get potential severe storms. Basically, there's a few maps I look at. I like the supercell map. Supercell map is a colored map, and as the colors become a little more pronounced, like the blues and the lighter blues, this is where those supercells are expected to really develop. And look, I mean, that's pretty high signatures throughout the day today into the afternoon. This whole general area, yellows and reds and oranges, those are areas that could develop supercells. Pretty strong signature here for Texas overnight, even tonight. So, and this is where it's not losing much energy overnight tonight. That's what they're worried about. So supercell composite staying strong through the night, then a little break, and then it pops back tomorrow. Boom, tomorrow. Here's tomorrow afternoon. Texas will be in the clear, but now the threat tomorrow is a little farther south in Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, and Florida here. This is tomorrow afternoon. And then, it has a secondary little pop even into Wednesday morning. This doesn't go out past the morning, but so 3 days. I mean, that's some strong signature that we could still have strong storms into Wednesday. And the timing here, I mean, if we were to look at, we got people watching in, let's say, the Florida Peninsula, that could be late Tuesday night. It could be overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning. So we could have Tuesday overnight strong storms to worry about too. This would be like 2, 3 a.m. on Tuesday into Wednesday. So it could be stormy overnight Tuesday into Wednesday. So it looks like early morning Wednesday is when we start to see the things roll into Florida and Georgia and Alabama. So we got storms today, storms tonight, storms tomorrow, storms Tuesday night, storms Wednesday. That's that. Winter weather does not look very solid right now. Let's look at the snow map. Other than your normal areas that you see for snow, there's really nothing showing up. I mean, if we go out 7 days, that's it. Pretty much very, very light chances here in the mountains. But so for the next week, that's it. I mean, obviously higher elevations across Appalachians. You got your normal snow in PA, Ohio, and normal spots that get it. But this looks like upper U.S. here gets the big snowstorm. If we got Harold watching, let's see when this starts. It's actually now. Actually, that's all within the next 48 hours. So there's your big snow. This is the prelude to our storms coming right now. You can see all these weather watches happening right now. This is pink. Pink is winter weather warnings. So you kind of know where the frontal line is, right? Boom. You can go look at surface charts. We could take a look at that. We'll see that on the surface charts. Right now, currently, boom. All kinds of mess here. We got an occluded front. But there you go. The clash of two worlds, cold and hot. Cold and hot is something you don't want. All right. Shelly's talking about her studio. That's great. Good timing for you, Shelly, right? I'll be doing my race here coming up. I'll be heading over the end of the month. We got big plans for Daytona. That's hopefully coming together. We'll get our race car for the Xfinity race. And there you go. Our great friends at Furman are helping put that together. They got some new products on their website, by the way. Look at that. That's a cool little ad there. Hope there's no music coming through. Nope. Look at that. Happy holidays for the Furman family. They actually had a nice little page I ran across the other day. Oh, where was that? They had a cool little section of advocates. Look at that. Look at that. There's a race car. That thing's bad. So we got a new car. We're going to have a NASCAR for Daytona. You believe that? The Furman. But there's Mike Boylan. Look at that. All right. So they got a nice little section on there. I just ran across that. Greg, if you're watching, you didn't even tell me, man. But they had a nice little section on their page about our website. So thank you to Furman for that. That's pretty neat. Also, big thanks to Tammy from OSR. They got a big part of our NASCAR ride. I flew to Iowa last year and did a presentation for all their crew. It was a lot of fun. Met a lot of folks. It was a good time. Beautiful country up there in Iowa. Definitely was pleasantly surprised how pretty the area was. The rolling green hills were phenomenal. They were fantastic. And then our third company, we got 3 companies on our NASCAR for Daytona. Coastal Claims has been a big supporter of ours. Frank and Jason Sutton, or Jason Quinn. That's what's cool. We got 2 Jasons, but they spell their names Jason wrong. But Frank and Jason at Coastal Claims, they're big fans of our page. They're here in Florida, and they wanted to be on the race car too. So it'll be a storm. I don't think there's ever been a NASCAR with a full wrap hurricane on it. This is going to be epic. You'll want to tune in to see that. Some of the early drawings that I saw actually had the number 4 with the hurricane behind it, like even, so that was pretty neat. So we'll keep everybody posted on that. That'll be something exciting. So, but anyway, that's about it, guys. Just stay weather aware today, especially across the south. We got 3 days of strong storms ahead of us, so you know your radar's your friend. Make sure you got your alerts set. There'll probably be tornado watches later today, and they'll probably last through the night, unfortunately. Could have nocturnal tornadoes both nights, tonight and Tuesday night, as this thing approaches more of the east on Wednesday. And that'll be the weather news for a week at least, and then cool weather this weekend. So get your fire pits ready. Thanks, Eric. Bill, yep. Corn, soybeans, home of Maytag, washing machines, and a lot of wind turbines. Oh my God. Everywhere I looked, there was windmills, or whatever they call them things. Thank you, Miss Tammy. All right, well, we're going to roll. I'm going to get out there and tackle this garage. Watch the Bucks yesterday with Mom and Dad, and Mom's blood pressure was a little high, so she had to go to the hospital. But it was kind of a memory, and never, got to watch the whole Bucks game at the hospital with Mom and Dad. That was not on the bucket list for 2023, but hey, we did it. Now she's home, so that's good. And the little Hunter's doing good. I hear him down there snorting. We'll show him off on Wednesday. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. And we will see y'all Wednesday for the Daily Brew. I'll be posting a bunch as the storms start to develop in the next couple of hours. Spring storms in January. Who would have thought, right? All right, be good.